Hello cozy friends, welcome to another Vlogmas video. At least I hope I'm being consistent in posting this for Vlogmas. Today I thought it would be really fun to try out some more recipes, and I was looking at another YouTuber a few months ago looking for recipes for my daughter's birthday party, and I came across this lemon syrup, and it's also a ginger syrup. There's two different ones, so I'm going to try both of them, particularly because having a 1-year-old in nursery and being a full-time school teacher, we stay sick in our house. My husband's a school teacher as well. So we are always sick. We're always under the weather. Plus it's getting cold outside. So what's better than just being able to grab a lemon or a ginger drink? So I haven't tried either one of these. Let's try them together. I thought that would be fun. Let's go. All right, so I have her recipe pulled up here. She calls for 8 lemons, so I have kind of a mix of big and small. Some of these random ones I had from Costco a few weeks ago, and then some just little ones that we found around here. I think it's fine. So 8 lemons, we're going to scrub them with some baking soda, or if you live in the UK, bicarbonate soda. So I'm just gonna put some in here and go wash them and scrub them. She is very particular about you scrubbing them, especially because you're leaving the peels on. So you want to make sure they get clean. Alright, so first up you need about 8 lemons. I am using a mix of large and small lemons, just what I had in my refrigerator. I think she had some pretty large lemons though. You're going to put those in a bowl with 1/4 cup of baking soda and some water, and you're going to use that to scrub and rinse the lemons. She is very, very clear here that this scrubbing process is very important because if not done properly, it could make them bitter. Once your lemons are all clean, you're going to make sure to thoroughly dry them before cutting. Then you are going to thinly slice them. And you're going to place the slices about 3 at a time is what she's saying, using about 1.5 tablespoons of honey for every 3 slices. Either my jar was kind of small or my slices were too big, so I kind of just did what I could with what I had. And you're just going to repeat this process until you've used all the lemons and the jar is full. Alright friends, we are done with this one. This is what it is looking like at the end. It says to let it sit for 2 days before trying it. So we are going to do that. It says you can have it in the refrigerator for up to 3 months. So we'll be back in 2 days. I'm actually going to wait to make the ginger one tomorrow because I have some friends coming over. So we'll do that then. So the first thing I did here was to clean my ginger just by washing it. And then you are going to cut it into pretty thin slices. Once you have your ginger completely sliced, you're going to put it in a small pot. And you're going to saute it on medium-high with 2 cups of brown sugar. Unfortunately, my camera, I thought it was recording and it wasn't, so I missed all of that footage. After about 2 to 3 minutes, or until the sugar is dissolved, you're going to add in your rock sugar and mix all the ingredients over low until all the sugar has dissolved. And you want the liquid to look thick like honey, she's saying, but mine just never got to that consistency. She's saying it should take 5 to 7 minutes. Mine definitely went past that 7 minutes, and it just seemed like it was getting even more liquidy, so eventually I did just stop. Once you're done with that, you're going to strain the ginger from the pot onto parchment paper. I'm just doing it into a casserole dish here. And then you're using your chopsticks to spread out the slices. Once that's done, you are letting both things cool completely. I ended up having to put the syrup part into the refrigerator because no matter how many hours I waited, it just wasn't cooling to be solid. So even after I put it in the refrigerator, unfortunately, it just never became solid. So obviously I messed up somewhere. Who knows? All right, so you can see here that it's still not solidified. If I move it, you can see it kind of pulling, moving. So I don't know what I did wrong, but clearly it didn't work out. I'm still gonna use it, so I'm just gonna do like maybe a tablespoon. I'm just gonna put this in a jar and use about a tablespoon of it to make my drink, because I think the flavors are still there. It just for some reason didn't solidify. I am wondering if it had something to do with the cooking process, because I did feel like no matter how much it simmered, like she said that it should be getting stickier like honey. Mine did not. It kind of was still more liquidy, and it definitely looked more liquidy as I was pouring it into the container than hers did on the video. But I don't know how else I would have gotten it to that point, because I did follow the instructions to a T. So yeah, I don't know where I went wrong, but it's okay. The other thing is her instructions don't really say how to make the drink. So it just says to serve, place 1 brown sugar ginger syrup cube into a cup with 1 to 2 pieces of the candied ginger. But then what, like how much water do you add? Like, is this just to taste? I don't know. So, yeah. I guess I'm just going to do it to taste, and especially because mine did not come out like a cube. And then as she cut it, it was like pretty giant cubes as well. So I don't know. It just says that this is the base for ginger tea, but it doesn't say how much would you use, how much water. Let's do some experimenting. Okay, so I ended up making both drinks just to go ahead and test them out. So we have, this is the ginger one. So I added 1 tablespoon of that syrup and a few pieces of the candy. And we'll see how it tastes. Actually not bad. It's really nice. It's like it definitely has ginger flavor. It's not too sweet. So I added 1 tablespoon with a few pieces of the ginger. She says 2, but hers were like really long and big, and mine were quite small chunks. I'll show you. So I just added a few of them. I don't think I would add any more. It definitely has like a nice ginger flavor. It's not subtle, like you can taste it, but it's not overpowering either. Like it doesn't have that bite that ginger can have sometime, or burn, maybe that's a better word. It is nice. I will say, my one thing, I wish that she had told you how to actually make the drinks, even if it was like, this is how I make it, you can, you know, do it to taste. Just a recommendation for where to go would be nice, because I feel like most of us don't dabble in making syrups like this. But I should have honestly read all the way through and knew that that note wasn't in there, so I didn't realize until now. All right, this is the lemon one. I did the same because I just didn't know. The lemon one doesn't say it either, so it just tells you how to make the recipe. It doesn't really give you a recommendation for how to use it. So I have 1 tablespoon of lemon in just 200 milliliters of water in both of them. Definitely smells very lemony. What? Interestingly, it just tastes like lemon water. Hear me out. I know that sounds silly because I feel like I put so much freaking honey in that. I don't even taste the honey at all. It tastes like straight lemon water. Interesting. I mean, I see where she's going with like saving. I'm definitely guilty of having partial lemons in the fridge for, you know, when you try to have some lemon water in the morning and you just never go back to cutting that lemon. But is it worth going through and making all of this? Honestly, probably not. I would probably say no on the lemon one, yes on the ginger one, especially just because there's so many benefits to ginger that I just feel like, and it's not easy. Well, I guess it's easy to make a ginger tea on your own, but I do think that this will get me further. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this is how much of the ginger syrup was made. Of course, mine didn't turn into the cubes as instructed, so I still think using a tablespoon of that will definitely get me through for a while. And this is the amount of candies that were made. So I think that one will go further than the lemon. So the lemon, I mean, yes, it's a beautiful jar of lemons, but if you see the liquid, it's really only up to here, and that's with it filled with lemon. So imagine if I took all these lemons out, it's probably not going to be that much liquid, but also because of the taste, like the ginger one tastes better than the lemon one. So I feel like this one tastes like the same as if I just cut off a piece of lemon and dropped it in some water. So do I recommend the lemon one? I do not. I mean, unless you just really want the beauty of the jar. It is beautiful. Do I recommend the ginger one? Yes, I actually think this was worth it. It doesn't take that long to do. You literally just chop up the ginger and put it in the stove. I'll probably try it again and see if I've done something wrong. Maybe I'll leave a comment on her blog on this recipe and see if she can tell me what I did wrong, why it just came out complete liquid, or if any of you know why, please do let me know in the comments so I can try it again and fix it, because I do like it and I think I'm gonna make this one again. Okay, I think that's all for this drink video. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you make them, if yours came out better than mine did, what I might have done wrong. And if you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Happy Vlogmas, everyone. See you next time.